What's going on, everyone? So I'm going over the 5 questions of the heart, and I'm just telling everybody what the questions are, and you got to start discovering these. And that's why I'm having a class here in a couple weeks on Monday night at 6:30. I'm going to go over purpose. I'm going to go over identity. I'm going to answer these questions because these are the questions that we have to answer. And until you get these questions answered, you won't know who you are. You will be struggling and you'll be wandering through this journey of life and never being fulfilled and satisfied. So I'd already talked about the first question, which who am I, the identity. The second question is where am I from? This is your source. This is not where you're geographically located from, right? American, European, African, Jamaican, Russian, whatever. We like to put it in the country that we came from, right? Or where our people came from. And so we say, where am I from? We say that, which means now you only get that as your source, right? And that's why it doesn't really do anything for you, right? We try to live by the culture. We try to, live by the traditions that country comes from, right? We talk about it, we promote it, but it doesn't really give you anything. It doesn't really fulfill you, and it doesn't really help you, right? It's cool to know where you come from, and it's cool to know where, your people come from, but that's not the source. And it doesn't matter if you believe it or not, but you're a spiritual being, right? Your spirit is not from here. Your spirit is from another place, and that is the source of where you come from. And until you gain that, until you recognize it, until you realize that your spirit is not from here, the source is going to be empty. You're not going to know where you get your power from. You're not going to know where you get your identity from. You're not going to know where your mindset and the characteristics and the gifts and the talents that you have. You have to locate where you're from so that you can be connected to that source, because that's the source that made you. That's the source that gave you what you need. That's the source that's going to replenish you when you feel empty. So where you're from, your source, you're a spiritual being. Your spirit comes from it. That's what you have to learn, and that's what you have to get. This is one of the things that we're going to be hitting in this class. Right? We're going to be talking about it because people don't really know where they're from. They think it's a geographical place. And that's why it doesn't really do anything from them. Especially now, we've been so removed from the places that our families and come from. We don't really know it. We don't really understand it. And so all we know is America, right? Most people only know what America is, what America has become. And it doesn't really give you anything because that's not your source. Your source isn't America. And that's why it doesn't provide anything for you. You have to learn where your source is to you be able to get that replenishment, be able to get what you need, and to be able to have what you're destined to do. So learn where you're from. Learn what your source is. Sign up for class. Let me know. I only have a couple spots left. Monday night at 6:30 in a couple weeks, right? We're probably going to be starting the first week of April. So give me a heads up. Send me a message. Email me. Let me know. Because I got only certain spots open, because I want people who truly want it. I want people who are truly trying to figure out, who am I? What is my source? Right? And I'm going to answer all the other questions too. I'm going to do them in little segments, so it's not this long drawn out video. But let me know, sign up. It's a free class, Monday night at 6:30, starting in April. I love y'all. Have a great day.